Still roaming. Okay.
So now, here, before we leave this, I wanted to know how long does, assuming I brought my documents and they have all the files, how long does that file take here? That's one. Two, do you have any backlogs that you have worked and you keep files here?
Like these particular that are here in the box. What are they?
These ones are such as that.
Those are ready for customers to come and pick.
Yes.
Hey.
You have a log for them, the ones that are ready for picking and not to pick.
But this is 6th March of 2026. So I've been here for 4 months.
Some of them submit, then they go still and do online searches. Some come back, some don't come back.
So you keep them on the desk.
Yes, when you come, some send their relatives to come and pick up, we check and give them to them.
All these?
Susan, answer my question, please.
About the back.
There are 2 questions.
Yes.
Answer.
The first one is we have much work or files that are not into the system. Somebody can
Too
come
much
and
work.
attempt.
Too much work. You have seen too many files and you keep.
No, we don't keep
What are
files.
these files?
Some of them are queries. They go to the registrants, they are queried. Maybe RPs to appear, somebody did not sign well. We wait until they come after communicating back to them.
If we check, those are the queries you find on this file.
Some of them are queries, most of them.
Then the others, if they are not all.
Most of them.
If you're saying most of them are not all, what's the balance? Account for the balance.
Now these ones, they are queried. These ones are coming to do what to answer the queries. But when they take long, we register them in the book and return the queries.
Excuse me, Chair. We have a lot of time here. One more question.
Yes.
So who is this? Who is this? You're all the same. Oh, so there is no head at that. You're all. Okay.
I was asking whether that's the best way to keep.
So she's going to take us through the process after they have received the documents from reception now to it. The floor is yours.
Doreen, how are you? How do I greet you? How do I? Here, is it Gaibo, Joe? Gaibo. Something like that. I thought you were
Ukalesewo.
Okay, so this is the registration.
Yes, one registration. Then now after they have after they have them, they send the document to the typist. So after typing, the document will come back to them for the final signature and then send it.
Because we still use the typists on our paper. Okay. So this, which other disk?
So now for her, the workflow for them is different. Now it's the hand of subdivisions and maybe specifications for freeholds and so forth. So when the file is received by the subdivision, which they call a GRG in their technical terms, it comes to reception, it is received, intake, scanned. After scanning, it comes to her desk. That she can show you maybe an example, a sample of a GRG there like different for the transaction. After
Just a small illustration. So when you receive a job of something, what do you do?
goes from the intake, then the scanning, and it's brought to my desk. Well, I try to subject it to physical planning by checking if the file has a extract from the district council, planning committee, or town council, or municipality, and make it to pretend again to that this document.
Let's see.
No, this is not a
a manual system, and now we have land information system, which is computer aided. The manual system has a history which ranges way back from land, the inception of land registration.
I know the system, but
Now,
when
there
we
was a
have
time, yes, I'm bringing you. There was a time when they demarcated blocks for mining. Like this one is block 107, 106, those blocks. When they demarcated blocks, at that time, there were no urban centers, town boards or town council. So somewhere in the 40s, during the colonial times, they established town councils. And it was a requirement that they demarcate the extent of what? The town council or town board. So they named them with new block numbers. For example, here we have 190, 193, and 107, MUKONO. Now they brought a town demarcation, named it block 530. Purposely for what? Administration of the urban center. At that time, the landlords, for example, this particular one like Ham, Mukasa, felt like he should give leases to people off his mail. Yes. Now when
when did you last go to the field and do yourself?
personally, I go to the field when we have barazas, like a minister is coming, that's when I go. But for field inspection, I don't. Because I have people who do.
Chairman has asked a question. When were you last in the field and where?
Off Bugerere Road
When?
last year.
Let's go to the next.
Next, JRJ, do we link? Yes. It's JRJ, you must link to a person. Because before even you intake, you cannot intake when there is no what we call geometry. This system has been enhanced. That a title, the transaction cannot be taken when there is no parcel. The parcel is a plot of land. So we link, and when it is not there, they bring, we do what we call cadastral data maintenance. Update map, link, then the transaction can be taken, either a transfer. We do what we call cadastral data maintenance, CDM. So we get that file. Of course, it has coordinates. We plot.
Yes, you are very right.
Yes.
But according to the information we have,
Yes.
there are titles that are made and they are in the system, but they are hanging in the air.
Yes.
So,
That is
in
possible.
that incident, what do you do?
We still update. You know, when you are migrating from manual to computer, they had the manual register. And at the beginning, land registration, it was called multi-cadastre, was separate from survey. Titles were scanned in separately, and also mapping was done separately. If some of you were there, you saw it. So there were titles, but no linking of parcels. Then they opened the system. So there are many titles at that level that didn't have the parcels for many reasons. Because some those sheets were misplaced, some were not available, but titles, all records were there. So today we still have some titles without parcels, but when you bring a title for transfer of that nature, the system will reject until you have valid coordinates.
And when the system rejects, do you keep that title with you or you give it to the owner?
Titles are not given to the owners. Owners have their duplicate certificates of title. For us, we have
I
our
know,
title.
I'm saying, if someone brings a title for transfer and you find the title is hanging, do you let him go or you keep even that title?
Two things
for
happen.
questioning?
Two things we don't question it. Two things. A title and we go to our map, because we have, in the map we have the images, because we first scanned in images, then they take a photograph. Then they use the computer to draw lines, that is digitization. So we have a layer which is digitized, and a layer which is a raster image. So
it's like a PDF.
A PDF, yes. Now when the customer brings a file, a title, without that, we go on the digital platform. If it is not there, we check on the menu, on that image, the PDF. If it is there, we digitize and link. If it is not there, we ask the client to go and get a private surveyor to make a survey report. Survey report comes when it even has the coordinates, and that is when we update map. And of course we check.
Okay, let's because I don't want to keep members standing for long.
And I assure you, we don't wetlands, because we have Mairo, we have freeholds and other 10 years of leases. Wetlands, we have a challenge when it comes to Mairo titles. Mairo titles were here before NEMA Act. People had titles up to the shores of the lake. People had title like Rubiti, which has the titles. So when these wetlands have Mairo titles. So when someone brings the title of that nature, and it is all in wetland, we don't subdivide it. But when it has a dry part and the wetland, no, wait a bit. There are people with Mairo titles as a Mairo owner. And someone wants to hire each of it maybe for fish farming. And name has cleared that person. But that person is buying from the Mairo owner. Subdivision becomes hard on our side. And the other person has a right to use it according to number what? Requirement. So that thing we need to discuss it at some right time. Because we are frustrating some investors. We are saying we shall not subdivide, but the owner had the right. NEMA is clear, so it is a lacuna. But for freeholds, we don't. However, these agencies also have issues. Like NEMA, they have maps of gazetted wetlands, but those maps are not updated here. So, how do I tell the extent of a wetland? I only use historical maps, topo maps put here, but it is not necessarily that these topo maps, their boundaries are exactly those that NEMA did what? The market. So we need to also harmonize and close that gap. Yep. So with wetlands, I assure you, we don't.
Okay, last three.
No, wait a bit. There are people with Mairo titles as a Mairo owner. And someone wants to hire each of it maybe for fish farming. And NEMA has cleared that person. But that person is buying from the Mairo owner. Subdivision becomes hard on our side. And the other person has a right to use it according to NEMA what? Requirement. So that thing we need to discuss it at some right time. Because we are frustrating some investors. We are saying we shall not subdivide, but the owner had the right. NEMA is clear, so it is a lacuna. But for freeholds, we don't. However, these agencies also have issues. Like NEMA, they have maps of gazetted wetlands, but those maps are not updated here. So, how do I tell the extent of a wetland? I only use historical maps, topo maps put here, but it is not necessarily that these topo maps, their boundaries are exactly those that NEMA did what? The market. So we need to also harmonize and close that gap. Yep. So with wetlands, I assure you, we don't.
Okay, last three. Losing
It's about Njeru. We are going to get there.
Njeru, we are
We are going to get there. We want to do something like the
one
questions are
seed
written.
here.
We are going to see.
Oh, thank you.
So let us first of all go to now subdivision.
Subdivision.
Yes.
Maybe I check these ones.
Actually, I think it should be specific.
Yeah.
Can we check out block
Yes.
561?
Block, actually, we found me up by 561.
It is for
Yeah,
where?
I read from your document.
Yes. Now this one is a unique case, and it is not the right one to use because it has issues. These are all caveated, but this is something we are handling administratively.
What is wrong with this?
It had it was formerly forest reserve. There was a court ruling because for us we caveated all. Then there was a court ruling and guidance from Ministry of Environment, a letter which we have.
but you don't have a court ruling on your desk. Do you work on a letter?
But we've not worked on it.
But you said you are in the process.
We are consulting. We are consulting. I've not said we're in the process.
So what are you wondering on the, what are you doing exactly on the process?
No, because you got a letter.
You can sit down.
I feel comfortable explaining when, because when I say to you, look,
You might fight. Just
I will not fight. I feel comfortable when we are the same.
You know, when we are in a now let me guide you. When we are here, Parliament is here. Our chair is like a speaker. When he guides you to sit, you don't resist, you sit because he's guiding the meeting. So can you see? Yes.
And it's clarified. So now to remove those caveats,
What was the clarification?
I will give you a copy of it.
Yeah.
But you can
Say this land is not a I wanted to interest you. You will provide the so let's go to the general law.
and
In general block, to be guided in general block, I would request, because land registration is not done by surveying alone. It starts with land registration. So it is better we respect the indicator.
No.
You want to see
One seat on the system.
Because what is going to shock you,
Yeah.
I can tell you the truth.
Yeah.
I have my ID and it is reading in the gas TV. Now you cannot say, I'm Kaijuka. I'm gas TV by identity card. Land registration, we deal with certificates of title. Yeah. The certificates of title we handle don't have the stock farm, don't have the land commission. They have names of people on MOA. And these are male titles,
Yes.
which were there way back. So whatever we've handled has owners, legally and procedurally. That is why you see, you need to read between the lines. When you say government land, what is government land? What's the documentation saying? Because we work according to legal framework and laws.
Now
And
that,
they guide us.
now that I have information you
Yes.
think I don't know.
No,
Let me give you information so that when you are giving us, because everybody
Yes.
may not know. Now, in 1947, in 1947, in 1947, this Ngero land, it had their owners. They leased it to Ngeru Town Council.
yes,
Am I right?
yes.
Then Ngeru Town Council leased this land to government. Yes?
True.
Am I right?
You're right.
Yeah,
You're right. That's
I'm
good.
all right. Now, Ngeru Town Council leasing this land to government to put a stock farm for particular years.
Yes,
And those years are still running.
yes.
We want to know how Ngeru Town Council converted this land and started subdividing it to General Kahindo Tafiro and more 50 others who are not identified.
That information you will find out. But what I can clarify for you,
Yes.
in 1940, there were allocations of Milo. There were two families there, Have Mukasa and another family, which I will show you the historical maps. There was an error that Ham Mukasa took that land when he shouldn't have taken. There was a family that should have taken. So there's a history of that land. And there's that argument somewhere, but not for this day.
But
that thing will come out
excuse
when
me,
documents.
sir.
I'm not
Excuse me.
defending
No,
anyone.
Bring us to 45 now.
I'm not
I
clarifying.
want you to get it clear. This is a committee of parliament,
Yes.
independent in investigation.
True.
And two, this committee is supposed to get the information and take it to the floor parliament so that the country can get a clear picture.
Yes.
When you say at this point I cannot reveal information,
Not revealing.
Eh.
I said we need to organize because there was a time when Bwanga Bwamirembe claimed for all that land.
Bwanga Bwamenembe, can you write?
No, this is recent, it's not for record purpose. So when they wrote to us that we availed information, I had the chance to look in the history of that land. So she was claiming for all that land, including all of Manila Forest. So we had to compare the big report, which I will have to look for. So in the process, I realized why General Tafiri is having an issue. It was not the main cause why he made the report, but in my literature, I saw something that was over conflicting, which we shall avail if needed.
Yeah. Can I ask, are there overlapping titles on that?
Njeru. If I can show you, just move a bit. You see Njeru town, the second class at Manila.
Yes.
There is 542.
Yes.
All that list you see, those are things we are doing cleaning. From up to down. Njeru town has an issue which we are handling.
No, I need to know which
It has 4 titles.
Yes.
They are here. You come to the source.
Yes.
But I not a feeling we shall give you information. This is not
no,
that
it is not about interfering.
Yes,
What we have discovered,
you can't disclose what we have discovered.
These are titles. There are 4. The current register is Land Commission. At one time it was Governor, His Excellency, the Governor of the Protectorate.
This is one title.
There are 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You get a
Now, these are freeholds of 1926 for the whole of Njeru. Which has moved.
Which block?
542.
542.
Now we have a challenge.
Yeah, continue.
The other title?
There are many. Yeah, there are many.
Which one is that?
Yeah, there's not the same, but 4 titles covering the whole block. It's not one title, there are 4. Yes.
Okay.
And it is on those titles that Njeru got a statutory release.
Njeru Town
Njeru Town Council had a statutory release.
That is
And when they got the release, the release is here. There is the release document. Yeah. In this office we do many things, so we have a lot of information. This list was just cast.
So I've entrusted you with that office. So.
Yeah, thank you. 1962.
The
saying, yes, 1962.
Njeru Town Council. Leasing to the government.
No, I'm talking about not Eastern Farm.
Yes.
I'm talking about the lease in 99 years.
Yes.
Now, in some year, which year was this? There was a year when the leases were abolished with the land ordinance of all that land contained in that gazetted area township Njeru for purposes of identification attached to several extent.
Members,
No.
can
Let me, just one simple thing, and which will help, because these people, they are representing the government. On exact land, because we may not.
We make an organized report. Why I say this? When there is a lease, there is a mile. You understand?
Either way, let me guide you. Our
when I come here on the system, I will truly tell you that I cannot say that this is Njeru stock farm.
But for us,
that is the truth.
For us, we shall.
That is why I'm saying I need particular details. What they claim to be Njeru stock farm, then I see which titles are falling there.
Yes.
But now I can't show it to you now.
Why?
I don't know where it is.
In the system.
In the system, if you give me plot 2.
No. You have all that information.
There is no Njeru stock farm. I can show you.
So who owns who?
No.
Yes.
Guide us.
Yes.
Members, I think let us see. Who owns the land on behalf of Njeru?
If you help me, that's why I was asking for time.
Not.
Number number it is. We shall find out your documents. We shall give you area schedule. We shall give
Okay.
you title.
Okay.
We shall be very
Okay.
happy.
No. Let me give you. Let me give you.
Yes.
Plot 2
Yes.
is formally names of Hamokasa.
Yes.
Right. Because we have it. Plot 3 in names of Sebowa.
Sebowa. Yes.
You
That
know,
was the name I was looking for.
you know it.
Yes.
Then plot 4 in name, it was the names of Kato. Then plot 5 in names of Semu Kwaya. Semu. So now, if you are saying that I've given you the plots, even the names, okay, can you start for Hamokasa?
You're not getting that information.
But it is that is how it is said.
Only I'm talking out of my
So
my
now that
knowledge.
it has been a contentious issue and it has been on your desk for you, what do you know apart from what I have
What
given
I
you?
know about these plots could have been subdivided further. Now,
Yes,
now to what? That's why I'm saying we can make something that can guide, because we are technical officers of government. We cannot work against government. So I can go to the system, I avail all the information. On this desk, we are for protecting government land, the forests, the wetlands, and government institutions. And we cannot give away government land. So when there is an inquiry like this, we are the soldiers here to go to the Kalamazo, we exhume.
But the soldiers who are concealing.
No, we don't.
Yes.
Oh, you don't know.
Prima facie, you know we can charge
We
you now
cannot
for
conceal.
No.
Block 2. I
Put
put,
3 where I have all the information.
there's what they call unique identifiers on land.
Okay.
You must have a block, you must have a plot, you must have a county. But when you just say plot to Hamokasa, honestly, even if I give you language,
Members, let's move to the meeting. We shall have this more information.
But
You have the information.
you have even the
it's not
Members, I request you,
no.
please prepare yourself and join us in the meeting.
Mr. Chair, I don't want to chair your meeting, but if this man doesn't give information of Indoro, we are going with you.
So please, I invite you in when we are sharing information. Let's be free as much as possible. And lastly, as I conclude, we wish you well. That is number one. We wish you well. You are citizens of Uganda. I am not ready to say you are children. I don't have any child who can be here. I can only have fathers and parents here, but you're children of Uganda. So we wish you well. No one wishes you well. We want you to work and do better. How do we know? Some of you are Bible readers. What happened? So please, I invite you to share with us information freely. We will have follow-up questions, and when we ask for information, please don't think now you see if I give this information here. And please, where you hear that the committee has referred someone to CID, no, we're not arresting people. This committee does not go to arrest people. When we come and interact here and you give us information, we say no. Now you are referred to, you will help us provide more detailed information. That is why you always move with the CID. Parliament does not prosecute individuals. We don't prosecute you. We just say, please, since we cannot sit all of us and get all the information, there is a person who can follow this information chronologically. Please provide. I think the criminal department has had a very bad reputation. When someone is referred there, they think it is detention. No, just want you to provide information chronologically so that that information is incorporated in our reports, and then we inform the country and the direction. With those many ones, allow me to end here and invite us to make the presentation.
This report and it is structured according to the objectives we had set earlier against this. We have Bukuma, which is Bukuma County. This is the way they are able to they are on the certificates. Transactions that comprise or are comprised in the 4 newer systems of land ownership, that is Milo, freehold, leasehold, and customary, with Milo being the most dominant. The EMIVUYO is constituted of different sections, and they are here all represented. And as we be directing questions, every section here is represented. That is, we have customer care, IT, land registration, land valuation, fiscal planning, land administration, record surveys, and mapping. As I proceed with this presentation, I'll follow the objectives that were given to us in respect to this office and list to guide in the flow of the presentation, and they are stated in their order. As I have already said, I've skipped question 1. So, related to digital land management systems, in improving tracking land registration, transaction tracking, data integrity, and access to land services. So in the year 2013, the ministry migrated from the manual system to the computerized systems, which has been in operation since 2008. The system has played a fundamental role in the day-to-day operations of the EMIVUYO. It is networked with the NIRA currently and URA, which has helped the verification of identities of persons and enhanced the tax collection to the government. The system has also been effective in delivering services as enumerated here below. There is improved quality of work delivered. The system helps detect errors associated with particular transactions. There is less time used to complete transactions than when the system was not in operation. We are able to verify individuals and URA payments since the system is linked with that of URA and NIRA. So it is not yet linked to judiciary and other institutions like the Administrator General, police, among others. Through the system, currently the public is able to conduct online searches for the introduction of actions. Notifications are sent at submission stage, registration stage, and completion of the transaction. This is now people whose information is already captured on the transaction documents that have been submitted and those that are in the system. So with the land information system, we are able to detect fraudulent transactions such as transactions on frauded titles, frauded signatures, among others. So the second question was on functions, operations, achievements, and operational challenges, and service delivery performance of the EMIVUYO. So as already sections which perform distinct roles. Now, land registration. The department is responsible for registration of interests, transfer of interests in land, registration of easements, registration of encumbrances such as caveats, court orders, mortgages, etc. Issuance of titles, issuance of such statements, among others. So the registration and administration section have really made achievements. There is a reduction of double titling cases since each file is now each parcel because of the LIS. Cases of double titling are very many in MUKONO town, mainly affecting blocks 190, 193, and 530. So we are seeing in MUKONO town, the town block 530 overlaps the original Milo blocks of 190 and 193, leading to creation of double and overlapping titles. Upon realization of the challenge, transactions on these blocks were deployed halted, and the Ministry of Management constituted a technical team to analyze the problem and rectify the register on the above mentioned blocks. So in the process, double titles and irregular made titles were identified. The irregular made titles had no roots. So how did we do that? We made publications in the newspapers, and 293 double titles and 922 regular made titles were earmarked and cancelled. Block 530, which overlapped the original Milo blocks, was expunged from the land register, and all interests that were registered when it have been registered back to their respective original blocks of 190 and 193 blocks, which also have overlapping tenures and double titles. So there is increase in land registration and titling. This has been enhanced by the system, by the systematic adjudication and certification, through registration of undocumented land. This is a government project that they are, I think, funded under World Bank, which has been creating titles in some of the districts in Chirwari. Also, MUKONO benefited from the same in Kayunga. We gave out a number of titles, about 1,000, to some beneficiaries who had been and this one will also help us so much.
Had like 4 coordinate systems. So putting all this together.
This care information. The officer said they are only 2. Five files
for his time.
Those who hold it titles. No, we are saying for the time we came. But we have found out this office has been keeping. I'm going there to count them until I give you the total number.
Yes,
and for record, we don't have any prosecuted case.
To give a warning, so that if there's a special reason why you should proceed, you put it in.
Of this entity. They call it exit of every staff at this entity. As we talk now, a video footage of yourself is being retrieved. We want you to explain to us what phase did you move out of this and what for?
6 wasn't here, but 6 wasn't. It doesn't matter.
Please, not 6. 7, between 7:30 and 8.
Would I beg to understand why Wi-Fi is moved out of the office?
Yes.
I did not move any file out of the office.
And if what the officer?
I did not move any file out of the
You sure?
Yes, I'm very
So
sure.
if I present a videography now of you moving out stacks of files, what will you tell us? Should we hold you and detain you at police? No. If we present videography now of you moving out stacks of files, should we detain you and further prosecute you? I want us to agree. Commit yourself and say yes, and we commence that. We produce that, and we commence prosecutions of you now. You're sure? CID, our CID, we have the second one. And IFA is going to guide us, assisted by police.
So let's. I saw. No, come. Where is the box? Wait.
What about that one? That's what we are seeing.
No, leave it there. Just leave it there.
Don't touch. Don't touch.
Just carry and
Don't
go
touch.
the other side.
Take the photograph. Inside there, what is in the bag? So what is that? You just okay. You can.
Okay, you
No, take them the way they are.
You have taken away? Is one? But the guy is not yet. It's
No,
gone for wait.
I left it there at the entrance.
So okay, let's go and check. Let's go there.
They have problems. They have problems. They have issues.
So why were you putting them in the vehicle? To do what?
Kalumba ja bayo.
Are you supposed to keep them? Okay. For now, who else files that they are not supposed to remove?
Just my colleague. The other short guy.
Okay.
Them on your head, please.
No, Honorable, let Arifa put the
Well down.
This, where Susan is still finding some more. I want Anifa to get a microphone and make a statement and tell us why are you moving the files from the government office? And two, who gave you instructions to move the government files?
I'm so sorry, but I thought titles were not files. These were titles which had cases and they had issues. So I didn't feel comfortable to say we proceed with these titles on here when I have this case. I was planning to put them in their positions of queries after some time and after sorting them out. But actually, I was not taking them anymore.
Which cases are those that you as customer care officer feel you are interested and you think you can solve by taking out in your car and taking in a neighboring shop?
Can you have your microphone?
Who took those to the neighboring shop?
Neighboring shop was someone else, not me.
Who?
Charlie.
Chalo.
Where is Chalo?
First, show you the first they moved down. Those are first for disposal. In most cases, I'm not a training, I support surveying department. When the plans are finished and given to the owners, I normally take them to the upper strong room. Unfortunately, I had lost the key, and the person who had the second key was around. I can show you them to you. They were for disposal. And they can actually every month, after recording them, I take them up.
So this morning, who instructed you to take these files out? Who? The question is who instructed you to take the files out?
It is my obligation.
Who instructed you?
The question.
My supervisor.
Who? The name. Who means the name, not what.
Senior staff surveyor.
Who? Senior staff surveyor.
Mr. Negia.
Mr. Negia.
Steven. But I can give a sample of the file to see.
That's okay.
We surrender them, we leave the night to security who patrols at night. For us, our operation according to the system, we only work a day. We don't work at night.
I don't know.
We made maybe it is our internal weakness as security. We work together with them. Fine, I admit maybe our weakness. Sometimes when we have challenge, our individual challenge, maybe domestic, we all human, just like you say. You know, sometimes you have to come here very early. I have children, I have other people to take care of. We agree.
I came in
I took over, there was nobody carrying the files.
What time did you come? What time did you come?
It was around 7 or so.
And if I don't take it,
Normally what happens is once in a while they step out, maybe finding people that see the doctor, especially when they're given from a judicial officer at a higher level. She was complaining that the file is in our office, but when we went on the system, there was no track of the file. She had met someone who pretended to be working here and had gotten their documents and so forth. So at the end of that day, I wouldn't say we really victimize people because they have made comments, they are justified.
Okay.
Now first,
handling. You cannot tell us that even that whoever you are claiming called you, and then you concluded that whoever worked on them was just impersonating to be part of this office or this entity. Something is also going to happen when we tell you of that.
I will refer those to make statements. By extension, the staff surveyor is requested to also make a statement, for he gave the instructions to move government record without clear authorization. By extension, the pass with administrative overall is by extension required to make a statement and will help us in investigations, for she delegated the role of security but cannot absolve herself of the responsibility. She also required to make a statement with us and help us in further investigations. 3. The question of Haji Musa's statement. The officer who handled Kafureka, what was the name? Registrar who?
That one of the Kahabra Dennis.
Kahabra Dennis. Please take note. Will be contacted to get on where Haji Musa's title is. Oshiba Dori. Those two details will have to be provided by UPAS. They will also help us in investigations. We have also agreed that you take the details and ensure Musa is helped and report back by Friday. I will refer those to make statements. By extension, the staff surveyor is requested to also make a statement, for he gave the instructions to move government record without clear authorization. By extension, the pass with administrative overall is by extension required to make a statement and will help us in investigations, for she delegated the role of security but cannot absolve herself of the responsibility. She also required to make a statement with us and help us in further investigations. 3. The question of Haji Musa's statement. The officer who handled Kafureka, what was the name? Registrar who?
That one of the Kahabra Dennis.
Kahabra Dennis. Please take note. Will be contacted to get on where Haji Musa's title is. Oshiba Dori. Those two details will have to be provided by UPAS. Will also help us in investigations. We have also agreed that you take the details and ensure Musa is helped and report back by Friday. The staff land surveyor to provide information, number one, of all titles acquired as out of subdivision on block 561. Officers who did so, and the correspondences between lands and the Ministry of Environment, and the historical map of the same block. Whereas 294 has been cleared as historically not being a wetland, Mabira sits on some blocks, and there are over 20 titles that are on Mabira. Whereas they are in the due process of being cancelled, the committee is interested in knowing, in the first place, who facilitated the processing of those titles. So those are, we have therefore requested you to provide an audit trail of the sample of 5 titles the committee will undertake to study the previous files by physical planners of this area. We have agreed that NFL that is found have been cleared without a PPC minute. Those officers will be someone to answer. First, we have required you to provide an inventory of all those titles that were gazetted for cancelling. However, we want to know how many have been cancelled, those that have not been cancelled, and why. Therefore, we require you can either voluntarily provide us with the inventory of those that were due for cancelling, and those that were cancelled, and those that were not, or you can even stop the others not preferred.
Lero mbadde mu zone office eya Mukono etwa district ziri nnya biki bye muzuddewo?
Amanya Honorable Kazola MP Ruhinda South Mitoma District. Leero tubadde Mukono naye kya Mukono ate kyasinze ekya Wakiso. Wakiso twasangayo ebyapa 1,300 nga biri forged babitereka, no prosecution. Wano twasanzewo ebisuka 400 nga teri prosecution n'emu. Naye ate wano ekyatwewuunyisiza nnyo fayili zonna ze bamanyi nti ziriko empewo babbirako abantu. Fayili zirenga over 200 basoose kuzipakira mu box, naye olw'amagezi gwa twasesinzewo abantu ku makya bazifulumiza ne bazitwala ne bazikweka opposite zone office, naye ntubabuuza ne bagaana, naye ekirungi twazifollowinze ne weebazikwese fayili zonna twazijjeyo. Era twewuunya bw'oba nga tukyalina institution eya gavumenti esobola kutwala documents za gavumenti ne bazikweka olw'okubuza obujulizi. Katonda atuyambe nnyo. Ate wano Mukono n'ekirala ekyato tubadde tubuuza wano ku Mabira ebyapa bya kulaga nti talina na position okwagala kubikuwa, not until kati tumukase atuwe position, era mu bbanga ntono by this evening tujja kuba tubawadde list yonna ey'abantu betusanze ku ttaka lya Mabira ate nga bafunako ebyapa. Ate bwe tugenze ku Kyanjeru, omusajja Kaye ntumusaba reason ntumugamba Njeru town council ya leasinga government ettaka eryo, kati ba General Kayindo Tafiire bajjawo wati ate ffe tubadde tumanyi nti General Kayindo Tafiire yekka yayinawo ekyapa. Twasanze ku ttaka eryanjeru eryali lya stock farm waliwo abantu abalala abaafunako ebyapa wadde abantu abasukka 50 ate nga nabo banene mu gavumenti bonna bagenda nga bafunawo ebyapa wadde registrar ne surveyor batugambye nti ba General Kayindo Tafiire bagula mu butuufu ne gavumenti yali teyinawo ettaka nti ettaka eryo lyali lya Hamu Mukasa waliwo ne Sebowa babatugambye twagala kumanya nti kituufu ettaka lyali lya Sebowa lyali lya Hamu Mukasa oba lyali lya gavumenti kubanga registrar ne surveyor batugambye nti kituufu abagula mu butuufu naye ate tugambye lwaki balaga omuntu omu ate twasanze waliwo ebyapa ebisukka 30 nga eryali ku ttaka lya faamu nayo twagala batuwe ripoota eyo tuleme gavumenti okufiirwa esente zaayo ate olw'abantu okugamba nti banene bw'oba banene bonna baveeyo tubamanye mwebale nnyo mwebalire ddala sijja kukugamba nti banene bokka ekikulu babadde baganye n'okutuwa lisiti y'abaana abafuna ebyapa mu Babira naye bwe tubakase ntugamba parliament tosobola kugima information katusooke tuveeyo na list n'amaanya gonna exactly by tomorrow mu publishing mu mawulire tumanya abo baani abajjawo amabira agaleeta empewo Kampala agajjawo obutonde ensi eno nze mbalayirira nti bw'oba nga nkyali kakiiko k'amataka kubanga nze ndi victim nnyo nga sinabagenda mu parliament bano abasajja batubba amataka edda nze banteekako no mu buutu olw'okubba ettaka lyange ne bantwala n'emubende ne bansibirayo ku luno mbalina mpaka bonna ababbi tugenda kubafaafaganya gonna ate bw'olaba bakuba obusimu tubasinkanye teri n'omu gwe twagala kusinkana ku by'amataka olwali eyo alowooza nti ajja kusinkana muntu wenna kakiiko k'amataka olimba teri n'omu mwena abakuba amasimu mwagala kutusinkana ebyo mukiveewo muve mu mataka g'abantu
During the process of data cleaning, there were so many titles in MUKONO which were recommended for cancel. However, the officers at their own discretion chose which titles to cancel and others were not cancelled. We are investigating. We have required them to provide inventory of such, and we are going to go deeper and sing out title by title that were left uncancelled and dig down to why they were not cancelled. We have also been able to confirm that there were titles, especially the title on plot 4, which was a very big title created on the Mavira Forest Reserve. And out of that big title, subdivisions were done, and just 2 officers were able to facilitate creation of over 39 titles on Mavira Forest Reserve. For those who have got your profiles, they are not still with this envelope. We are going to someone and they will help us aid in our investigations and we will be held liable for facilitating research. So those are some of the things we have discovered. Of course, the EMIVUYO leadership chose to hide from us that we have contract staff whose contracts have expired and have continued to operate. But we have discovered that and we have been able to acquire the past principal and also an aid us in investigation as to why she feels so uncomfortable not to declare us that she has contract staff whose contracts have expired and yet have continued to operate without valid contract. Some of those things we have discovered. We have also, of course, discovered a huge stack of forged titles. We have not been able to even establish how many in number they are now, but there are so many, and the counting is still ongoing. And these are forged titles that were brought here, and yet no single prosecution has ever been concluded. So
nze ndi musanyufu olwa ttiimu eno ya paalamenti ez'emikono kulangisi n'okusooka ngenda sooka kwebaza bakulembeze ba mukono district naye okusinziira ddala kakusina town council kuba kwenajja information ng'eraga nti nno olwaleero abakungu bajja kubeera wano okwaza kulangisi kibadde kyangu kwakusesinga munda wano naye nga bw'omanyeera osobodde okuyingira munda era njagala kwebaza omukulu Edison Rosa yakulira akakiiko kano kyamaanyi waako abalagidde okunziriza ekyapa kyange olwaleero luno naye nga nkibanjiza okuva mu 2022 23 2023 bakijjako kavit mu 2023 mwezi gwa June ne bamali baŋŋamba nti nno kibabuzeeko
n'ebibadde ozuuliddwa ebibadde waneeno
okusooka ku kyange kwennyini baŋŋamba nti nno kibabuzeeko ninsala amagezi ebangamba nti baagala ssente ez'okunoonya ne bazinoonya papa oyo omukyala dolini bwe yagamba nti mukwate ate sente miliyoni 14 nzimuwe asobole okusinziriza nibanja kuvumiikiriza naye bwe ndiba nfudde abaana balikisanga muri kopisi papa olwaleero nikikoze bulungi balagidde zibanziriza ekyapa kyange bazirinawo sente zakubawa ogala okwebaza olukiiko kumbeera olw'amazima n'okusaba obwenkanya n'abalala ababadde bakola ki balina ebyapa byabwe biri mu ngeri nempozi mubaddemu okutya kubanga ndabye bannange beŋŋambye tuyingire nabo wano abagaanye n'agamba ebiseera nakwatako omulundi omulala n'okikola oti nyinza sikolera wano kulandisi nzijjawo lwa nsonga yaki ya kyapa kyange lwaki wandibadde okiremera ekitali kikyo
mu biseera ebyo natugenda kubayita bajja palamenti lwaki balekeraawo emirimu gyabwe ne batagikwata bulungi kubanga bali ba professional batandika batya okupikinga spatial units oba kyebayita indexes oba coordinates mu mabira forestry zaabwe ne baziteeka ku kadasita ne bakuleetengako title nga batendekwa nga ba surveyors ate balina okubonera amateeka gaffe nga preservinga forestry reserves.
Balina abakozi
ku nsonga eyo nobona abangi tebakyakola ne MZ eno abangi omu yawuumula ate omulala ali ku station ye Mubende. Yes.
Wano tulabika waliwo obufere bungi bawe tutuuse wano wabaddewo ebyapa bye bali mu kuddusaawo kitegeeza ebintu bingi ng'ebikolebwa wano ebitali mu mateeka ensonga z'ebyapa bye baddusa tusooka okwebuuza lwaki babiddusa omukyala we tumubuuziza agambye mbu nno ebyapa ebyo biriko enkaayana naye ate kyapa we kibaako enkaayana I think basootinga buteeza enkaayana abantu ne bafuna ebyapa byabwe oba ne biddawo ne bibeera embeera ennungi. Ekirala kye tuzudde tulina ebyapa ebbanga lyonna abadde babyogera nti waliwo ebyapa biri mu mabira era olwaleero bakkiriziganyiza naffe nti ebyapa gye biri naye babiteekako kabyeti kati ne tusaba batuwe amannya gaabo bonna bananyini byapa ebyo then we bamala obituwa batuwe ne physical planner ne registra abaali mu nsonga ezo ng'ebyapa ebyo bifunika era bwe tumala okumanya ekyo ebyapa ebyo bakome kuteekako obuteesi kabyeti wabula n'okubisazaawo bakoze eki ekyo kibeere kyakulabirako abantu abalala bonna nti tewali ttaka lya bibira oba nsaalu omuntu yenna byalina kufunako kyapa.
Oli mumativu ne quality y'abakozi abali ku kifo kino?
Bwe tulaba ku mukyala alinga akulira Amazon ye Mukono byonna ebigenda mu maaso alinga atabitegeera so tusaba nti ministry egende ng'eteekawo akakiiko kasooka kalondoole abakozi ba lands office bonna ddala balina obukugu okuba nga bavunaanyizibwa ku lands office mu regions ez'enjawulo ekyo bwe tunaakimala gino gyonna gy'olaba emivuyo egiri ku lands office gijja kkoma.
Erinnya n'eki ky'oli?
Erinnya nze Namutawe Joani nga ndi mubaka mukyalo wa Masaka district nga ntuula ku kakiiko kano aka lands.
Tufundizeeko mu Luzungu.